And now we have another special guest.
We do. We're so happy to have you in the living room, Karen.
I'm very happy to be here.
Hi,
Thank you
Karen.
for having me.
Nice
Great.
to have
It's
you.
our pleasure. So you're the executive director of St. Francis House. Tell us a little bit about St. Francis House and what a typical day is like.
Well, I don't know that there's a typical day, but I can tell you about St. Francis House. So first of all, we're a day shelter, but we do so much more than shelter. We serve about 500 people every day.
Wow.
And we're open every day of the year. And so we begin with breakfast in the morning and lunch, and then we have counseling, casework, mental health, help people find jobs, and we provide permanent housing. And we do that, have been doing that for 32 years. But I think the thing that's most unique about us is the fact that we really embrace our guests. We call the men and women that come to us our guests, and we treat them with the love and respect that they're worthy of. And we do that without condition. So it's when you're able to provide those basic and rehabilitative services in an embrace of love, it makes all the difference in transforming someone's life.
Sure.
So when you say you provide day services to your wonderful guests, you're closed at night, so it's not unlike a place like Pine Street Inn
Right.
that provides night services. It's just the day.
It's just during the day. And it's an interesting phenomenon the way adult homeless services work in the state. There are places where people go to sleep at night, like the Pine Street Inn, and then there are places where people go during the day because they close in the morning and then we open.
Oh, I see.
So by working together, we're able to provide 24 hours of care for somebody. So they have a place to sleep at night and they have a place to go during the day. The challenge is obviously that both night and day shelters, we're just oversubscribed at this point. Like I said, last year we saw over 6,000 unique individuals come to St. Francis House for something, whether that was a basic or rehabilitative or looking for housing. And the night shelters are experiencing the same challenges as well. So it's just incredibly important that we provide real resources for people to alleviate their pain and the suffering while they're experiencing homelessness, but to also then give them the opportunities to change the trajectory of their lives. And we can do that by providing mental health counseling. We have art therapy. We have case management. We have a whole wing that's just devoted to helping people find employment, because the best road out of poverty and homelessness is housing and employment. So we really have a strong focus on those as well.
Yeah, those are key stabilizing factors for sure.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that too, you work closely with the Office for Urban Affairs, don't you?
Absolutely, and it's an amazing organization. So the Planning Office for Urban Affairs is an affiliate of the Archdiocese. And, the Archdiocese has many ministries. And so through Catholic Charities, they can provide lots of work for people for their basic needs. But the Planning Office really looks at housing and the creation of permanent housing from a social justice perspective, and their ability to see that as a ministry as well. And so at St. Francis House, we identified a building that we wanted to acquire.
I see.
And we, as a service provider, I know how to help people. I know how to give them services, and we know how to move them along. The Planning Office, they bring in expertise in developing affordable housing.
Sure.
So it was a great partnership. We share the same vision, the same mission, and so they've been able to bring that expertise in helping us redevelop. And we'll be creating 46 units of permanent housing
fantastic.
directly across
Amazing.
the street. We already have 56, so when we're complete, we'll have 102 units of affordable housing.
Yeah. It's amazing, too, that, now that we've just opened up the season of Advent, we closed out the Year of Mercy in the church. But this is an extension of those corporal and spiritual works of mercy because of the
Absolutely.
respect for the
Absolutely.
dignity of the person. So tell us a little bit about that. People wouldn't think housing is...
Housing is an act of mercy. It is. You have to remember, the first thing is to treat people with respect and dignity.
Sure.
To see in each human being that crosses our threshold the face of Christ. To recognize that it is our responsibility to care for the least of our brothers, right? So at St. Francis House, we do that in small and in big ways. We can provide that by providing a meal, by providing fellowship, by providing housing. And the Planning Office for Urban Affairs, they too embrace that. So when somebody has a place to live, the amount of dignity that gives them back, restores their sense of being a unique individual, a place of permanence in this world. When you're homeless, you're nomadic, you feel anonymous, you feel less than. The world treats you less than. And so it can be a very unkind, unsafe place. So housing is absolutely an act of mercy and kindness.
Reaching out to care for people on the peripheries, of course, is very much the message that Pope Francis has been hammering home after the great St. Francis and St. Francis House, right here in the city of Boston, providing wonderful, incredible ministry to some wonderful guests, too. Where can people learn more about St. Francis House and actually help you out?
Well, we would love to have people just go on our website, and that would be stfrancishouse.org.
Great.
And people can come and volunteer, people can donate. It is, I heard you at the top of the show talk about Giving Tuesday, so, but there's just so many ways to get involved. People could offer a job to somebody and rent an apartment to somebody. So there's many ways, but come and visit us at our website, and we'll certainly be able to share with everybody lots of ways for them to get involved.
Well, thanks, Karen.
Thank
Great to have you in the living room.
Me.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. There's just a couple more minutes, so stay with us. Don't go away.